And so I ask you, American people, to vote my ass president, please.
Thank you, Dr. Carson. Mr. Trump, your turn to make a final statement.
I was born in my own hospital, a great hospital, the best you could imagine. Delivered by the doctor that I bought. And he thanked me. He said, Donald, thank you. This is terrific. I bought at least a couple wives. 3 highest paid women in America. But the third one doesn't speak English just right. And she's great. I see her on holidays. Terrific. Now this country needs a good, strong leader. I'm real busy, but I may just...
Donald Trump's name appears again and again and again and again in the new document dump that just took place of the grand jury documents relating to criminal proceedings against Jeffrey Epstein. You'll recall, prior to marrying Melania in January 2005, Trump was calling Jeffrey Epstein in 2004 on the regular. We now have the phone messages between Epstein and Donald Trump, the phone message log that is, and this is in connection with the West Palm Beach indictment of Epstein that was released on Monday. His messages are in between girls calling to confirm massage appointments and messages from the disgraced modeling agent Jean-Luc Brunel. It should be noted that Jean-Luc died by way of suicide in prison in 2022. Deposition, page 78, of a woman who was trafficked, and she says, so we're sitting there, and the pilots told me to go back and tell him that we can't land in New York and that we're going to have to land in Atlantic City. Jeffrey Epstein said, great, we'll call up Trump and we'll go to, I don't recall of the name of the casino, but we will go to and a Trump property. Also, here's photos. Donald Trump would bring his kids around Epstein. Donald Trump would go clubbing, hang out, party around Epstein all the time. Multiple pictures there. Also, Mar-a-Lago was used in many ways as a way to bring women to Epstein. For example, Virginia Giuffre, a woman who was trafficked by Epstein. Epstein found her at Mar-a-Lago. That's where he was able to recruit. On September 1991, a large private yacht cruised toward the Statue of Liberty. It was a clear, breezy evening, and from the upper deck of the Spirit of New York, a golden sunset could be seen glinting off the Manhattan skyline. Downstairs, a party was in flow. Scores of teenage girls in evening dresses and miniskirts, some as young as 14, and I actually think younger than that, danced under disco lights. It could have been a high school prom were it not for the crowd of older men surrounding them. As the evening wore on, some of the men, many old enough to be the girls' fathers or even grandfathers, joined them on the dance floor, pressing themselves against the girls. One balding man in a suit wrapped his arms around 2 young models, leering into a film camera that was documenting the evening. Can you please get some beautiful women around me, please? The party aboard the Spirit of New York was one of several events that Donald Trump, then 45 years old, attended with a group of 58 aspiring young models that September. You want to see what they looked like, the aspiring young models who were 14-year-old and I think were younger? Here's a photo of them right here from the competition that Donald Trump held. I'm going to just pause right here and keep this picture up. This was the event that Donald Trump held. These were the girls that Donald Trump was hanging out with in the 1990s based on this Guardian article that were on this boat trip that Donald Trump was sponsoring and had for this competition called Look of the Year. Well, saying some horrific things about Lindsay Lohan when she was either 17 or the oldest 18 years old. Here's what Trump said. He said because he thought that she suffered from mental illness, that she would be better for him to sleep with because he thought she was mentally ill. Just listen to what he says in his own words. Play this clip.
What do you think of Lindsay Lohan now?
I think she's hot.
There's something there, right?
Yes.
But you have to like freckles. I've seen a close-up of her chest.
Yes.
And a lot of freckles. Are you into freckles?
If the father's a wreck, like the way he is,
Right.
You imagine the sex with this troubled...
Yeah, you're probably right. She's probably deeply troubled and therefore great in bed.
Back in the day...
How come the deeply troubled women,
Yes.
you know, deeply, deeply troubled,
Right.
they're always the best in bed? If for some reason what I said is true, I mean, they're just unbelievable.
I could tell from the...
You don't want to be with them for the long term.
This is what Donald Trump says about his own daughter, Ivanka, and how he thinks about her and he thinks about sex. Here, play this clip.
She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
Okay, Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
If I weren't happily married and, you know, her father.
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
By the way, your daughter,
She's beautiful.
can I say this? A piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
It's
She's tall.
unbelievable.
She's almost 6 feet.
Leader, I'm real busy, but I may just have the time if I let you elect the Trumpster. You're welcome. I'm a great leader and I can't read.